Hey guys, it's Laura. Welcome back to Wellness Wednesday. And today's video, I want to talk to you all about stress and how it affects your body, your sleep, your food, your health, all of it. I want to go through this with you because it's a super important topic that so many people are so stressed today. It's really worth addressing. So I want to talk to you a little bit about stress and your body specifically. Let's give you a little bit of background information about your nervous system and how it responds to stress. So first of all, you have two nervous systems. You have a sympathetic nervous system. This is a bad nervous system. This is your fight or flight mode that your body goes into with your high adrenaline. And back in the day when you were being chased by a bear or something like that, that's what makes your body go and run. And then you have the parasympathetic nervous system, and this is kind of the off switch. So this is what sends your body back into rest, relaxation, repair, and is really good for kind of calming things down. Normally in our bodies, we have this on-off motion. So you have a stressful situation, you turn on the stress, you turn on the fight or flight, you turn on the adrenaline. When the stressful situation is done, then your body turns off those mechanisms and come back to like a homeostasis where it's in balance. The problem though nowadays is that we are constantly being bombarded with stress in multiple different ways, and your body's never turning back off. And so we get stuck in this high stress motion that your body's like, okay, this is not usual. We don't get chased by a bear 24/7. But this affects how your body functions and processes things, and also the food choices you make, the quality of sleep that you get, and the restoration and repair of your body. So I want to go through a couple things with you about those two stress mechanisms. So obviously one is a protective mechanism, right? So it's good when it turns on for a reason. If you're having a stressful event that you need to have extra energy for, or the adrenaline for. The problem is when you get stuck in that, okay? And you have this continuous stressors. This could be work-related stress, and honestly, your body doesn't even know the difference between something that's like a bear chasing you or a work-related anxiety stress. So we find ourselves in this high stress for different reasons than what initially was intended for having your body respond to, like the bear, okay? And eventually your body hits this exhaustion stage where if you're in a high stress for too long, it basically starts to shut down. This is exactly what happened to me last year. So I reached the point where my cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone that's released, and the adrenaline levels, also with the stress, they bottomed out. That basically meant that my body was no longer making cortisol. It had burned out completely. It was like, no, we've made cortisol for years. We're not doing it anymore because my body was not responding anymore. And that is a state of exhaustion, and that is definitely not good. It can create a cascade of events that can have a detrimental effect on your health, okay? So when you think about things that suffer when you're under high stress, one of the first things to go is non-essential functions in your body. So this could be digestion, because you can't really run and digest your food at the same time. And your body, again, doesn't know the difference between the bear chasing you or a work anxiety or a stressful situation. It's just gonna shut down. So it shuts down all of the non-essential things, and it sends all of the blood and all of the stuff to the extremities so that you can run basically away from whatever is the stress. And that often makes your digestive system completely like slow down because it's not getting the blood flow or the help that it needs when you're running, okay? When your stress situation is high and your nervous system is turned on. So digestion is one to go. Hair, skin, nails, all of those things are not essential to bodily function. So your body's like, no, we're not prioritizing that right now. And we're just gonna shut that down. And so it's really important to realize that stress levels in your body have more effect than just, I'm feeling stressed today, okay? The other thing that happens is your sleep. And your sleep, you know, if you want to get good restful sleep, you have to have your nervous system turned off. You have to have that green parasympathetic nervous system on. And that is going to tell your body, okay, you're safe. You can rest, you can relax, you can repair, you can restore, all the things that sleep is meant for. But if your body is in a state of high anxiety, high stress, then it again is telling you it is not a safe environment. So we're not going to get this deep restorative sleep, because we would want you to wake up if there's this problem, this bear, right? And so your body is not getting restorative sleep. And this also creates another cascade of events that is not a good thing, because you know that your body, your cells are always repairing, your cells are always renewing, and you're kind of turning over. Your body turns over in different parts over certain amounts of time. And so you're basically restoring your body all the time. And your body really needs to go into this restorative and repair mode while you're sleeping to make that happen. So if you're not getting this restorative sleep, you are definitely detrimentally impacting your cells and restoration in your body. So I also wanted to talk to you about food. And you know, stress and food, what do we turn to? You can probably guess this one, right? What do we turn to when we're in a high stress environment? We turn to comfort food. We turn to the high fat. We turn to the junk food. We turn to those comfort foods that are like, we're just gonna like help calm you down, okay? And that is also not a good situation, because it's actually like a double whammy. Not only is the stress kind of inducing this bad food choice, but then the bad food choice is also affecting your body in a different way, because it's, you know, toxic or high sugar, and then you have another cascade of events. So you can see here, stress is really bad when it refers to how it affects your body in multiple ways. Not only does it increase the adrenaline, which is not good over time anyway, but it also affects your sleep, and it also affects your food choices, because we're definitely more likely to make poor food choices when we're in a high stress environment. So let me give you a couple of tips of things that you can do to kind of calm things down and restore. So first of all, one of the things that activates your red zone, like the bad zone here with the sympathetic nervous system, is caffeine. Caffeine increases adrenaline, so it has the same effect in your body as an increased stress environment. And so watch how much caffeine you are drinking, because I know for myself, I have a really bad caffeine reaction to what I'm doing if I have a lot of caffeine, and then I have a caffeine withdrawal, which is very, very common. So if you all of a sudden stop drinking caffeine, don't be surprised if a few days you have a headache, because that's really common when you're caffeine withdrawing. Nowadays, I don't have caffeine, but I know that when I did, I definitely had a worse situation. It kept me up at night. It was, again, like a double whammy. Caffeine always kept me up at night, was not getting the restorative sleep. It was increasing the adrenaline. All these things, all these cascade of events, okay? So watch the caffeine levels in your body, because that can help. If you reduce those, that can help reduce the adrenaline. The second thing you can do to kind of increase the green mode, which is turning off that fight or flight motion in your body, is to do restorative things. So think deep breathing, like breathing in your diaphragm. It's diaphragmatic breathing. If you put your hand on your stomach should rise and fall with your breath. And the longer the exhale you have, the more restorative the breath. So take some time. Maybe you're sitting in the car at a red light and do some diaphragmatic breathing, or set an alarm on your phone for 3 o'clock every day. You're going to do some diaphragmatic breathing and really focus on your breathing, and that helps calm all of your nervous system down and kind of brings it back into focus. You can also do things like yoga, meditation. They're all centered around this kind of diaphragmatic breathing, and that really helps calm things down. So I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you do to reduce stress in your life? I mean, certainly we can go back to the video I did on self-care. Like, I'm all about massages and things like that that bring you joy and pleasure, and those are definitely restorative things. But I'd love to hear from you. What are some suggestions on things that you do to reduce stress in your life? Leave them in the comments below. And until next week, I hope you have a fabulous week. I'll see you soon. Bye.